Earlier today, I also met with President Xi to talk about the progress in stabilising relations between our two countries. This is the third bilateral meeting I've had with President Xi. We have restored trade between our two countries. Impediments have been removed across a range of industries: wine, timber, coal, barley, seafood. And as a result of that, some $20 billion of trade has been resumed. That means Australian jobs. I was in Geraldton talking to the co-op that runs the lobster industry there. That's important not just for those people who work with the lobster trade. It's a driver of that town's regional economy as well. And so these things do matter, and I'm confident that the agreement, which will see the lobster trade resume by the end of the year in time for the Lunar New Year in 2025, will be delivered, and those negotiations between our respective departments is taking place. I've also said that dialogue is crucial. I've said a number of times that we'll cooperate with China where we can, we'll disagree where we must, but we'll engage in our national interests. And we've managed to improve relations without compromising any of Australia's national interests, which we have continued to pursue and will continue to pursue. This patient, calibrated and deliberate approach has made a difference and has both saved but also created many thousands of new jobs in Australia. We discussed areas that present opportunities for greater practical cooperation, such as the renewable energy transition and climate change. And I also made clear Australia's views on issues affecting regional and international peace, stability and prosperity, ranging a number of bilateral points as well, including consular matters, which included Dr Young Jun. I also met the Prime Minister of the UK, Keir Starmer, following our meeting in Chogham. I regard Keir as a good friend and someone who it was great to catch up with, both informally but formally as well. We reiterated our commitment to progress negotiations on the bilateral AUKUS treaty. That's about the creation of the subs in both South Australia and Barrow in the UK, and getting that agreement in place. We also discussed the progress that we announced in Chogham of the Climate and Energy Partnership. It will be signed by our respective ministers, Ministers Bowen and Miliband, in COP29 this week. We had the MICTA meeting, which is Mexico, Indonesia, Korea, Turkey and Australia. They are middle powers, if you like, when you look at the context of the G20. And we had a positive discussion, and then I had a bilateral meeting with President Erdogan of Turkey. Australia and Turkey, of course, have close relations due to our history that we have together, and it was an opportunity to catch up with him. I then had also a formal bilateral with the re-elected President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. We discussed Australia's support for Ukraine in the land war that is taking place in Europe. We also talked about the opportunity that's there for further investment from Europe in the Future Made in Australia agenda. Countries such as Germany have expressed a great interest and are engaged on issues such as hydrogen. We discussed as well over the last day and a half. I've had informal meetings and pull-asides with a range of counterparts, including President Macron, the Spanish leader, Sanchez, and a range of others as well, and a chance to engage in a constructive way and to build relationships. I've said we need to invest in our capability and invest in our relationships, and that's what I've been doing.